Keira had a tryout a couple weeks ago for the NWHL, the ladies' version of the NHL, and she went to Massachusetts, which is why she had to leave. And who knows? I wonder how well she did. Any idea?
I don't know.
Maybe we could get her on the phone. Oh, my God, here she is.
Operator, can you help?
Kira's on the line right now. Good morning.
I'm here.
Okay, you sound bright and early like that
Well,
voice.
no, my sister got married this weekend, so my voice is
that
just gone,
explains it.
totally gone.
Congratulations on that.
Did you do the ceremony? How'd you lose your voice?
Just yelling for family.
Yeah.
Yelling at family. I know how that...
Yes.
Okay, so how did you do, by the way?
I think I personally did pretty well. I unfortunately won't know anything for a couple weeks.
Okay.
But I have a good feeling.
So let's talk about what could happen. Keira played goalie for Utica College, the Pioneers. She just recently graduated. And out of the blue gets a phone call to come to, what was this called again? It was the...
It was a free agent camp.
Free agent camp. So, which could be that she could end up getting... picked up by an NWHL team. So how does the process work, and what are your thoughts on what could happen?
I'm not totally sure of the process. They sent us an email actually this past weekend and said, right now it's restricted free agency, I guess what you call it, so they can only sign people that were signed with the team last year. And the only people that can sign those people is like their team. If they don't sign those kids, then in June is free agency, so you can sign anybody who's a free agent to any team.
Got it.
So that would be me. So right now, not much is going to be happening for me until June. But in June, I mean, if there's a coach or somebody who's looking at me or interested, then that's when they can contact me and start getting things rolling if they want.
And you would officially become a professional athlete at that point.
Yes, I would.
So talk about. I don't know much about the the NWHL. So talk about that league just a little bit.
Well, this upcoming season would be the third season, which obviously it's pretty new. There's four teams, one in Boston, one in Buffalo, one in New York, so pretty close to me, and then one in Connecticut.
Okay.
The teams are made up of, pretty much any female hockey player. To be eligible, you have to complete your 4 years of college, which I think is pretty cool. It helps. Obviously, if you're if you're doing college hockey, it sort of helps make NCAA hockey stronger.
Right.
If you can do the professional hockey thing without going to college, like in men's sports, you're going to pull from the talent pool for college hockey.
Right.
So I think that it's a cool thing that they're doing, saying in order to be eligible, you have to play your 4 years in college. That's pretty cool.
It's totally cool, and also means that you're playing even at a level of Division III. You're playing with an end game. You've got something to potentially strive for, which is very cool.
Keira, let me ask you this: how many people were there when you went to this tryout? I guess, or this camp?
Like on the ice?
Yeah. Like how many other girls were there with you?
There was probably like 20 to 25 girls. It was a full tryout. There was 3 ice slots, so we skated Saturday afternoon and then twice on Sunday. And there's more girls came in like throughout the weekend. So each time we had a nice slot, more and more girls came. It was pretty interesting.
The other thing I wanted to ask you on the air, right before you left, we briefly discussed this, but the NWHLs, obviously you would be a professional athlete, but it's funny to think about today's day and age, a professional athlete would need to get a full-time job because this is only a few months a year, and it's not like you sign, a $3 million contract with a $4 million signing bonus. So kind of explain what your mindset is if you have this opportunity.
Well, for me, obviously being a Division III goalie, I'm kind of like the small fish in a big pond.
Yeah.
And you guys know how much I love what I do.
Yeah.
So finding a job, and like working while I do play, if I do get the honor of playing, wouldn't be too bad for me. I'd probably be like a second or third string goalie, just because you have there's only 4 teams and you have Olympians and the best U1 kids playing. And then I could also be working. But like for the goalies who have to be there and the girls have to be there for every single practice and every single game and all that sort of stuff, they have a very hard time sort of making ends meet.
Right.
You know, until recently, you had to buy all of your own gear and all that sort of stuff. You're not given the same amenities, I guess, that men's hockey players are.
Right.
It's slowly changing, obviously, with the women's national team and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Jeff, I think we looked it up. I think the full women's team has the same budget as like a single
player.
For instance, one of the Comets.
Yeah.
You know, their personal budget is like the whole, Boston team or whatever it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, though, imagine what it was like when the NHL started.
Exactly.
Think of what it was like when the NFL started. These were just when baseball started. It was they were just a little bit above pickup games, and so everything has to start somewhere. And I imagine there could be a real possibility for, if you make the team, for appearances and appearance fees, where you get paid so much to show up at a certain event. I mean, there's money to be made there as well. So.
Yeah, definitely. And the league allows that. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, best of luck with it. We're excited and hope to see you as part of the NWHL. That would be really, really cool.
Thank you, guys. It was good to hear from you.
All right. Good to hear from you.
You too,
Congratulations on the wedding over the weekend. Not yours.
Thank you. Not mine.
Your sister's.
But surviving.
Okay. All right. Cool. Keira, thanks so much. We'll talk in June. We'll find out what happens.
No problem. Bye-bye,
Okay,
guys.
Thanks.